Major League Baseball for Thursday. We got the Atlanta Braves, who are really struggling so far this season, versus the Boston Red Sox. I'm going to look at the total for this game. Yesterday, we were 1-0 on our MLB picks, hitting with the Tigers. Odds makers have this game at 8.5 with Clay Buchholz versus Julius Chassin. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to back under the total of that 8.5 here. I like for both these pitchers to have a good outing. Buchholz, he has struggled a little bit, though. Chassin, a little bit underrated. Pretty good 7-year veteran. I think he can keep Boston in check. I expect less runs than yesterday's game. Let's go. Let's start talking about these guys, these pitchers, these teams here. First, we got Chassin for the Braves. He comes in. He gets a start with a 3.18 ERA, 1.06 WHIP. Atlanta's hitting just 227 as a team. That ranks him 29th in Major League Baseball. Now, Chassin, good numbers career-wise: 7 years, 3.75 ERA, 1.33 WHIP. So he's a good major league pitcher. He's only pitched against Boston once. That was a few years back in Coors Field. So not going to really take note of that. As a team, though, Atlanta really one of the worst in the league. I mean, across the board, total bases they're last, runs per game they're last, home runs, per game they're last. Also in some of the other ratio rankings like slugging percentage, isolated power, they're last or second to last. I mean, they're really at the bottom of the league. They're not a very good hitting team. I expect Buchholz, who I'm about to talk about, is going to have a really good day for Boston. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about Clay Buchholz and the Red Sox. Buchholz, he comes in with a 6.33 ERA, 1.50 WHIP, but career-wise, he has a 3.90 ERA and 1.30 WHIP. He's really been off and on these last couple years, and this year especially, he's had 3 starts where he's given up 5 runs, but in his last home start against Toronto, he was really solid, 0 earned runs over 6 innings, so I expect more of that type of start against a really poor hitting Atlanta team. Boston offensively, they're one of the better ones in the league. They hit around 275 as a team, and they're always tough in Fenway Park, but they're not immune to not scoring either, or struggling at times. In the last 5 games, they've scored 1 run, 3 runs, things of that nature. So Chassin, he's the type of guy I think can keep him in check. I think Buchholz is going to have a nice day on the mound against a struggling Atlanta team. So I like under the total of 8.5. I think it's a bit too much. That's one of my MLB plays, and I wish you luck on your plays today.